Hello, everybody. I guess we're back at a part two here. So where I left off at earlier on the previous video was explaining some do's and don'ts and parts that I'm still learning about this Nakevich system. And so I'd like to go over kind of a few things that I found out and fixed. And then probably maybe later tomorrow I'll put out another video about the installation end. So as I left off on the earlier video, I had a hard time figuring out what was going on with my backup cam and all that other things. So I kind of started digging into it, and obviously I don't have a pedestal or any way to kind of record stuff as I'm working on it. Obviously I'm not a professional content creator, so just like to also put out here that these videos that I'm making are in no way, shape, or form being paid or compensated by the company that provided this equipment. I paid for this all from Amazon with my own money, so these are my own ideas and my own thoughts. So there's a few things that they didn't explain to you in the pamphlets, and things that I had to learn to be able to get the system working correctly. One of them was the my backup cam. When I talked to the customer support, they had thought that maybe one of the pins or a couple of the pins were bent on the adapter. So I went and pulled everything apart and went back and looked at it, and all my pins were fine. Everything actually was put together. But what I found out was I had to pull apart the adapter that came with for the Sync 2 that they provided. I don't think the female ends were seated all the way. So when I took it apart and then plugged it back in, I was able to push it as far back in as it would go. And that's when I found out that whatever was not connected earlier previously must have fixed itself when I actually pulled it apart and then pushed down on the pins or the actual wires in the back, which fixed the problem. Now, I don't think that'll happen with everybody's, but for me personally, that's what happened. So I put it all back together, put the clip back together, and then pushed it back in, make sure it was complete. The termination was as far back in as I could go before I let it click, and then it was perfectly fine. So at this point in time, I do have backup cam that now works. Everything works on it. Actually, I added in the secondary overlay, which I'm going to get rid of here soon. Which, I mean, from here, trying to figure out, all the sensors are now working, so everything works. So my next question was, well, I have the ability to see videos and YouTube and all that other stuff, and every time that I use the control panel, the console panel, which is where it's at right now, it would do this. So I would go in, let's see here, and then I hit play and nothing, and then it would kick. The console would kick it, and it'd stop playing. If you notice, that's basically, it threw it down here. But if it was in the other mode, then it wouldn't work. So I asked some questions, and they were wanted me to download this other program and put it in, and then install videos onto the hard drive of this Android. I'm like, well, why would we do that? So it led me to think that, okay, well, I can hook my phone up to Sync 2, so why can't I hook this up to Sync 2? Well, it took a few tries, because the problem is the console wants to stay active. It wants to stay on. So even if you switch to other programs or doing other things, it won't allow you to do it, use other programs while console is active. Certain things that will allow you, like, for instance, the Google Maps will be active as long as you have an internet connection. So, I just wanted to show you guys. Turn the volume up so you can hear. Let me see here. Payment. So let's go. Let's see this. Obviously, all the functions work as normal, and you guys can probably hear the radio working. So as of right now, everything works as it's intended. So here's the problem: is that you have to try to connect this system by linking it, and of course we can go. Let's see here, onto Bluetooth, and it'll allow you to link. Now you see, as soon as I try to switch to it, the console kicks me out. This is what the hard part is. So what you have to do is you have to go in to work with the console, or to work with any other programs without the console. You have to technically go into here, and it allows you to force stop the program, which that will kill it. Well, by doing so, now if you guys can hear, the radio's still working. So if I force stop the program, click OK, you can still hear the radio's working. And as you can see, it's still working. So now that we have that settled, now you can do anything you want in here, as long as you don't touch the console, or as long as you don't restart the console app, you're good. The other one is if you activate anything down here as far as your heat or anything like that, then it'll reactivate your console, which is fine. I mean, that's probably how it should be anyway. So anyways, from here, now I can go in and I could play. They were trying to get the defense to overcommit that side too. They did, but you can't miss. See here. Penetration backside. Especially with Donovan. We've been talking about his patience in the backfield. He has been more. So now it's playing. And as you can see, that the music doesn't play, but the video plays and it doesn't shut off. It doesn't kick off by a console, right? So what you have to do is you have to go back into your console. So I'm going to put this on pause. I better show you this first. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to come into here and you're going to link, and you have your device names, and then down at the bottom down here, external devices. So what you need to do is you need to set it up to where it will view external devices and automatically log in. And then what you're going to want to do is then you're going to go back into your console. Got to take care of the football now. Illinois got it at the Michigan 38-yard line. Turnovers will absolutely kill you. And it's almost in the exact same spot of the console completely pooped. Looks like. So we'll just do that. I could be wrong here. It's not allowing me to do it. What the heck is going on here? Okay, there we go. So now you reset your console. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go down here. Obviously, you're going to do it in Park. And then you're going to want to go to Bluetooth settings. And then once you go to Bluetooth settings, it'll ask you to if you want to add, and you're going to technically want to add. This thing is acting up. There we go. So now you see that I have the added directly to Sync 2. So now that it's connected to Sync 2, you're like, once you do that, you're fine. So now what you're going to do is you're going to go back into the settings here, and you're going to force stop. Now it's force stopped. Now you can go back, and now it works. So, and as you can hear, the music works and everything works on it now. And you can watch the video while you're driving and pretty much at any point in time. You just have to have an internet connection. Now, this is kind of what I was working towards. And as you can see here, that I'm still connected to the Bluetooth and all the settings work. And again, you want to be careful. You don't want to reactivate your console, because if you reactivate console, then at that point in time, the console takes over and will kick this program again, and it'll return it back to a factory setting. So that's the only caveat, is that you can't have the console running at the same time as the video. Now, once this is up and running and you have everything you need, now you can go back in and you can actually use the other programs, like your equalizer that comes with the kit that everybody shows on using, but nobody explains how to get to. So it's a little complicated. It's not super simple, but with this video, I'm hoping that you guys will now have the ability to link it. And again, going over the whole thing, you have to make sure that this is discoverable, which by doing so, you can go right to your Bluetooth settings. All you got to do is pull it down, and it goes right to your Bluetooth settings. You click your Bluetooth settings, and it'll automatically go right into the settings, and you go to external devices, and then it will search, and then you go back into, from that point, you go right to your console, and your console will pick it up at that point, and everything will work as it should. Now, I know it's kind of a roundabout way, but we finally got there. And like I said, overall, outside of, as you can see, you got a lot of things to work with when it comes down to the system. And this is all strictly based on being able to use your system that you have now and not have to purchase anything else at this moment. But you do have RCA jack outs and input outs that you can actually you hook up an amplifier, subwoofer, component stereo system, and which is what I'm intending to do down the road here, probably in the next maybe couple months, to be able to do all this stuff. And for me, knowing that I can just click right in to my console, even though it gets rid of it, as you can hear, it just killed off the sound, right? It'll still play. But you notice it kicks me out now. So I think that was the only trick with this system, is that it forces the console to actually stay live and active full time. And no matter what you do, it's really, really difficult to work around it. Now, but once you do, like I said, once you get work around it, everything works fine. And it's great. I mean, this thing's fantastic. I've really I'm starting to really, really like it. So you have so many options, so many things you can do. And again, it isn't just, you can go right into, I'll show you guys this here. I want to make sure that, so we'll go back in here, and then again, we'll force stop. So now I can show you other things. Good example is you can use Netflix, YouTube, Crunchyroll, Amazon Prime Video. Anything that you have the ability to watch any kind of shows or anything, as long as you have internet connected to this, you can do that. So you can take off and and watch whether it be videos or in this case here, I'm gonna go back. So in this case, resume. Obviously, you can hear the video. This would be Red 2. and it doesn't turn the video sideways. Obviously, you can watch it in a smaller portion. I mean, obviously, we'd all love to have a way bigger TV in here, but it has the ability to play the videos so that you can actually watch them. And then not even just this. I mean, it goes from here to you can do obviously Crunchyroll. I mean, I don't have to go through the whole thing, but and then anything that you want through Play Store, you can download. As long as you can download it on Play Store, you can put it on there, whether it be games, whether it be videos, whether it be new apps, anything that you guys want, you can put it on here. So it gives you a lot of different things you can do to enjoy the system. And now that I've kind of somewhat figured it out, this thing's a blast. I mean, there's so many options, so many different things, and I'm extremely happy with it. So anyways, I'm going to post this and so everybody can see it and kind of walk through my workaround and how I got it to actually work with the Sync 2 system. It'll do the same thing with Sync 3. And the only issue is I'm not too sure about Sync 1 because I think it automatically uses the regular channels. You don't get the console app. You'll have to use certain portions of the console app for your heating and cooling and whatnot, but that's all plug-in. So it's all plug-and-play stuff. So anyways, and there's also some other things that I'm finding out that you can actually have like a PS4 or PS5, a PlayStation or Xbox. You can hook it up as long as you got 80 outputs. It goes right into this and away you go. So, I mean, the possibilities are endless, and for something like this, for $900, I'm not gonna lie, it's a bonus that it came in and it looks this good. It works nice. Now that I've figured it out, I'm absolutely happy with ecstatic with it. So anyways, what I'll do is I'll probably work on another video of installation and kind of showing you other things that there are other videos that are out there with this on the install end of it. So I don't want to get too deep into it because I think they do a pretty good job overall showing you how to install. The biggest thing that I have to say is when you're installing it, you have to make sure all the connections are tight. They are pushed in all the way. You hear the click. You got to make sure that it's going in the right place. Obviously, it's kind of really hard to not follow instructions, but obviously some people might have a little difficulty. But doing this and making sure all your connections are as tight as they possibly can go and you have full connection will ensure that your system will work. After that, it's just you putting it together and getting to work with it. And as I showed you guys the workarounds that you have to do, you cannot play videos in this without doing a workaround. It doesn't just happen that way. And obviously, like I said, you have to have an internet connection, which means like with my phone right now, I'm using it as a mobile hotspot. You can use a SIM card if your internet company has the ability for you to get a SIM card for it. Then obviously that's your next step. And that's probably what I'm going to be doing next too, is getting a SIM card put into this so I don't have to worry about it. And that way all my mobile stays on the car. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope it opened up your eyes a little bit to some of the problems that we're having. But like I said, the system does work. I can't say enough that, the possibilities on this, they're endless from this point, because once you're able to work with the programming on a Android system and once you understand it, it's very easy to work with. So anyways, good luck with everything. If anybody needs any help, obviously post comments. I'll do what I can to help you out. I'm going to plan on keeping this here, and I'll probably use a similar system on my next vehicle anyway. I don't think I'll be going. I think I might move into an Explorer ST down the road is what I'm planning on moving to. Obviously, because I'm in a limited. But anyways, any comments? I'm sure appreciate it, and I hope I helped you out. Take care. Have a good day.